Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Teen Titans Special, issue number 1. Now, as you know, this monthly follows the events after No Justice, where we see characters like Red Arrow, Damian, and also Kid Flash dealing with their own ideas and how they want things to be. So let's get on the story. It starts off how someone is running for their lives. Robin shows up, taking him down, saying, "Yeah, well, this is not that kind of story." So we are introduced back at Gotham, where at a restaurant, Damian is getting the typical meal, which is ox blood soup. I don't know if this is an actual food or not sure. The most like, "You're dull enough with the register, stop before I tell your papa." And he actually remembers how his mum would always make it for him. And he sees the family reminding him of his parents and all that. So we're introduced to some hired thugs. They get the money for them. And Damian gets into action as Robin. Which I think is probably best that he just lays low or, I don't know, let it happen. They're like, "Business is slow. We can barely stay open." "Not our problem. Spoken like a true dirtbag." And so he throws ox blood soup at them, saying, "Have you tried the ox blood soup? Be careful, it's hot." So he takes them down, and without properly disarming the guy, he ends up kicking him, which leads to some explosive barrels being blown up. And this is kind of partly Damian's fault for not paying attention to his surroundings, which ends up with the building blowing up, and Damian seeing to his horror that the family had lost their father. So he finds out that Black Mask is the one behind this, and leaves the guy dangling. Where we see the Black Mask at the Gotham bathhouse, like, "You serious? The bear is sending the Junior Squad to do his dirty work?" And Damian's like, "This has nothing to do with him." And so he points out that he has his guards with him, saying, "I'm not worried. I gave them the night off." So this does imply that he beat the merciful crap out of them. So just as he's about to get his gun, we see Damian holding the gun, saying, "Batman doesn't use guns. I'm not Batman." And yeah, this kind of hints that either he died or just got shot. So we're introduced to Omiko, who is the half-sister of Green Arrow, and also the daughter of Shadow. She mainly gets her arrows ready, and deals with Shadow. Now, during the events of the early Green Arrow comics from the DC Rebirth, there was this event going on with the Ninth Circles, and she's like, "Walk away. You know I can't do that, my little flower. Then I have to take you down." So they both fire their arrows, and basically ended up with Shadow in the grass. Omiko using her surroundings and manages to stop the falling grass shards. Later we're introduced to the next night where she's getting ready for a big event and decides to go investigating, where it turns out 2 important people had been poisoned, and Omiko was able to save the 3rd victim, and pretty much goes to confront her mother, who in this shot looks like a pumped up bodybuilder, saying, "Looking beautiful, my dear." So she mainly talks about her grandmother who was killed in the Hiroshima bombings, and Omiko wants to, give her mum some benefit of the doubt, saying, "Look, you don't need to kill the 3rd person. You don't need to do this with the Ninth Circle. We can still be a family." And you can tell that she desperately wants her mum to have one more chance. But sometimes, as a kid, you really want to believe that this person wants another chance. But sometimes people don't deserve second chances, depending on what they've done. So she ends up poisoning her, with Shadow saying, "Please send my love to your great-grandmother." So pretty much panicking and heading into the men's room, she ends up using the dagger to electrify out the poison. Now, I'm actually surprised that a 14 or 15-year-old can withstand electricity. So she ends up getting out and realizes the third victim had been killed, and realizing that her mum is too far gone now, and realizing that there's no more second chances. So we're introduced to Wally where he's at Santa Monica, California, where he's mainly chilling back, relaxing, and sees an explosion going on. And he's like, "Hey, Will, what's going on?" And see Harley Quinn going, "Oh look, it's Itsy Bitsy Bats! Flash, why are you taking this woman? Please, help me, they're crazy! No, I'm crazy. El Diablo is dangerous." So Flash manages to rescue her just in time, and Diablo starts bashing around fireballs and stuff, with Wally saying, Yo, I'm taking Spanish class right now, so I understand exactly what you're saying about me. And I'm not stupid." So he ends up getting knocked out, manages to try and deal with Harley Quinn, and just then just as she's about to explode, Flash manages to rescue all of the victims, and Wally West shows up saying, "Thank you, everyone, but I really appreciate it. You all got to safely now." And he's like, "Which one is he again?" So, pretty much Flash checks their backgrounds and finds out that this is a Suicide Squad run. Yeah, without doing any proper investigation. So him and Wally get into an argument about it, saying that, "Look, I want you to trust my instincts," but Flash is trying to brush this off, saying you can't always be right. So Wally leaves off in a huff, without the other Wally going after him. So Lawrence goes super speed, and sees to his horror that it was actually a hit run, and that they didn't want to do this in public. And I'm surprised that Wally or anyone else didn't find this a bit suspicious. And you can tell Lawrence is now more angry at the fact that he was right and this young woman got killed. So he makes a promise to himself, never again. And so we see Damien looking at the family and thinking that, I can't let anything of this happen. So we're introduced to the next team, the Archer, the Speedster, the Mystic, the Fighter, the Powerhouse, a new Teen Titan group. So yeah, this is the story. So what I think, it's actually pretty good, and it builds up an interesting new team. I would say that, most of them are unexperienced, but it makes me wonder how they're going to do this. So, thumbs up, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.